do you create urgency for your product, for your service, and sell it at higher prices, bringing more value to the customer? You can do it all with one simple technique. This is Wayne Sutton, prosperwithwayne.com, creating health, wealth, and happiness in your life. Be sure to subscribe and follow us here. Let's jump into today's message. Now, how do you create urgency so you can sell more products, sell it at a higher value, higher price, and bring more value? There's a couple of ways you can do it. One is having the law of urgency or the law of scarcity. Having something for a limited time or a limited numbers. Let me explain. A few years ago, there was a copywriting course. Now, those that know me, I'm a ghostwriter. I write books for different companies, different ministries. I write my own books. But it was a copywriting course by somebody that I had been following him for quite a while. And I thought, hey, let's find out what he's all about. Let's buy his course. And so I saw the offer. It was only till so many. It would sell 100 copies. I think it was selling 100 copies of this course. Maybe it was 1,000. I don't remember. And but I knew, or this date. He had a date, and I thought, okay, I'll come back around to that. I'll get to it. Well, what happens like 3 or 4 days later, after the expiration date, I come on. I said, okay, went in, typed in the computer, the web address pops up, sold out. Get on the waiting list. Oh, get on the waiting list. So I had his email. I shot him an email. I said, "Hey, listen, man, I really want this course. Sorry, I was out of touch. Couldn't get it. Actually delayed." He comes back. "Sorry, we sold 100 or 1,000, whatever the courses were." And that's it. That's all we sell every year. We sell it at the beginning of the year. It funds our. He told me. He said, "Listen, we sell all of these. It funds our business for the year. Then the rest of the year, we make profit. It takes care of all my expenses for the year. This is how we do it. Sorry, we're out." I'm like, "Come on, man. Can you make an exception? Can you make an exception?" He's like, "Hey, get on the waiting list." Now, what happened was, next time that came available, I was ready to buy. Now, really smart here, 2-3 days later, he sends me an email back. He said, "Hey, I had a returned copy." Now, whether he really had a returned copy or not, I don't know. I had a returned copy. It has been opened. It's not damaged. If you would like the books and the CDs and all of this, please let me know. And I'll even cut you a deal. So it was about 40% off of the original price. I said, "Hey, sure. How do I buy? Here's my PayPal." PayPal them, bam, opened up the mail. A few days later, there it is. Now, the point was, the next time he had a limited offer, I jumped on it. If you jump on this copywriter's monthly continuity program, he tells you if you ever leave, you can never come back. I'm like, what kind of nonsense is this? But I know he's a man of his word, because I looked at the other side. So if you jump on my continuity program and you get this information and you leave, we're not going to welcome you back. We want committed people. That's scarcity that makes you realize, oh, I better not leave, or I better jump on board when he says. Let's look at somebody else. How about the Golden Arches? How about McDonald's? Now, think about their McRib sandwich. Now, wherever you're at in the United States, if you're watching this, you've had a McRib, or you've seen a McRib if you haven't had one. Now, the McRib is really just this processed meat, and I don't even want to know what's in it, with some thick barbecue sauce, a few pickles, a few onions, and a bun. And it's sloppy, it's messy, it's good. And it's only limited, it's a limited time, so we'll offer it just a little bit. You better get your McRib right now, and then it's gone. Here's the deal. McDonald's tried putting it on the menu as a normal everyday item. It didn't sell enough. They didn't make it, they sold very few in comparison to their other sandwiches. But when they take it away and only offer it for a limited time, then people go, "Wow, I haven't had a McRib in forever." Yeah, it's only a limited time. I better grab one. And their sales skyrocket with a very high profit margin on it. So it's a limited time offer. Think about you. You're doing maybe you're a coach. Let's say if you're a coach or a consultant and you say, "Listen, I'm going to work with the next 10 people. I'm going to work with 20 people a year, or 50 people a year, 10 people a year." Whatever your number is, let that number be a real number. Figure out what you need to do and who you can work with. And don't take on more than that. You want to, listen, you've got to have credibility in that. But then what happens is, when you've said, "I've got 10 spots, 7 spots, 5 spots." I saw one yesterday. I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it was Dana Derrick's. And Dana said, "Hey, I got 5 spots open for this," whatever it was. And then I looked on, I was following him, he said 4. Okay, now we have 3. Now we have 1 spot left. He was going in his feed of people that are following this, and, "Hey, we only have 1 left." I wasn't in the market, Dana, for whatever you were selling. but I came close. I'm like, oh, one spot, I better grab it. That psychology made me want to jump on board with Dana, even though it's not the timing for me. I love what you have, Dana. I think you're doing a great job. But I thought, oh, not quite yet. So I watched Dana's method, though, and it was very powerful. You have to bring, what do you offer, what do you sell, and can you do it for a limited time? Now, let me say this too. If you're going to do something for a limited time, number one, be truthful. Number two, make it worth someone's value. 10% off for the next 30 days doesn't excite me. Getting something, buy one, get one free for the next 24 hours, that excites me. In 3 days, this ends and you cannot buy it for another 12 months or ever, that excites me. What excites you? Think about it. What makes you go, okay, even if I'm not going to use it now, I'm going to buy it now. And then I'll put it in the back shelf. I have a lot of stuff I buy and put on the back shelf. Now, the importance of this, the psychology of it is I need to get it before it's gone. I need to get it before it's gone. Years ago, I used to go, my uncle would always, my aunt and uncle raised me a good part of my life. I would go with my uncle grocery shopping. He always did the shopping. And I noticed, even as a child, I was a child who would say limit 5 on this can of carrots or whatever, I don't know. Limit 5, he'd get 5. If it said limit 3, he'd get 3. And I asked him, I said, why did they place a limit on there? And he said, well, because they don't want to run out. Well, that sounds good, but the psychology behind that is if they say limit 50, we're not going to buy 50. And they really don't care if they sell out. They're not there to make sure everybody has their fair share of carrots. They're there to make sure they make a profit. So if they put a limit 3, they know people will buy 3. They test it. Limit 4, nobody's really buying 4. Limit 2, everybody buys 2. So there's a number, there's a method to the madness. So they put a limit on it and people will buy the limit. Buy one, get one free. A lot of stores, if you buy one, you still get that one half price. Some you don't, but most you do. But no, buy one, get one free. I gotta buy 2. I gotta get my value. This is limiting, this is scarcity, and it works. Now, that's how you can sell more. But you can either use scarcity but a time limit. We're doing this for 24 hours or whatever, or a number limit. The next 5 people, 7 people, whatever it is. Be truthful with it, make it work, and do it. Now, very important. How do you bring more value to the people? Sure, you can sell more, make more money, but do you really want to bring value? Absolutely. And here's how you bring value. When they recognize, it's psychology again, when they recognize only 5 or 6 people are going to get this value, or you recognize this is the only time you can get it, they will invest in. When someone invests, they invest financially, they invest with the heart. The Bible says, where the treasure is, the heart follows. Not where the heart is, the treasure follows. Where the treasure is, the heart will follow. So when you find something that you treasure and you value, you want to work with, then you'll end up investing your finances there. Now, this is really important because as we look at that, as we move into that, when somebody buys from you, you need to remind them, hey, you made a great decision. Because buyer's remorse tries to kick in. You made a great decision. You're working with us. You bought this. Let me know your results. And make it easy for people to give you results, give you feedback, and value that feedback. In fact, this is going longer than I wanted to with this, but I got to go here. There was a course I bought years and years ago, and it was really about sales and overcoming objections. And then after I bought the course, I listened. It was a VHS tapes. Tells you how long ago it was. And I'm watching the VHS tapes and I'm practicing. I'm out in the insurance field and it's working. I'm closing sales. I'm getting awards from the company. And then I get a letter, and it says, "Hey, if you'll do this, if you'll write out in your own words what this has done for you," and had a little place, I'd write it out, self-addressed stamped envelope. Again, wasn't a lot of internet, was pretty new back then. Self-addressed stamped envelope, mail it back into me, and if you'll do this, I'm going to send you this course, which is, let's talk about scarcity, absolutely unreleased. You cannot buy it in the public anymore. It's a private seminar we held. Okay, so it's private seminar at J. Abraham or something. And I will send it to you, though, if you're one of the first 15 or 17 or whatever people. If you are not, you will not get it. What do you think I did? I stopped everything. I wrote out my testimony, licked the envelope, boom, threw it in the mail, and I got my course. And what did they get? They got a great testimony. I had value from another course of his, and then what do you think happened again? No, he didn't try to sell me something. At Christmas time, he mailed me something else. And I want to say thank you. Here's another course from us, just for being one of our value. They brought value to me, and because of that, I recommended a lot of people to the sales trainer. And I use his techniques today. So here's the deal. Bring value, use scarcity. This was a longer video than normal. That means you get to back up and watch it again. And be sure to pick up our book, Life Coach Lifestyle, how you can become a 6-figure life coach. Let me ask you, are you making 6 figures now in your coaching business? That's about $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month. Are you doing it? Are you doing consistently $8,000 to $10,000 a month in your business? If not, you need to grab a hold of this book. Maybe you're not a life coach or a consultant, but you've thought about it. I'd like to know how that model works. I'd like to know more about it. Pick up the book. And if you're already over 10,000, you want to scale to the next level, give me a call. Let's talk. 910-233-2511. 910-233-2511. Use scarcity. Use urgency. Be true and genuine in it, and bring value to other people. I will see you soon. This is Wayne Sutton. I believe in you. God bless.